Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar. We are presenting University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville launches Transformational Lifestyle Medicine Education Curricula. Welcome to LMEd. My name is Paulina Shetty, and I serve as Senior Director of Education for the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. I'm so honored to be your host for LMEd's inaugural webinar. Dr. Jennifer Trilk, LMEd's co-founder and associate professor at the University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville, will be speaking with you today about LMEd's history as a catalyst for change in undergraduate medical education, and how LMEd is now offering open access to University South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville's collection of evidence-based lifestyle medicine curricular resources that can be used by other medical schools. She will demonstrate how to access the curriculum and will provide a brief explanation of how the curriculum can be leveraged at other academic institutions and the support systems that exist for those interested in implementation. Opportunities for live Q&A and networking resources for medical school faculty will also be provided. Thank you, Dr. Trilk, for providing the viewers with this incredibly helpful information. Please take it away.
Thank you, Paulina. I am so excited to speak with you today about our beginnings as the Lifestyle Medicine Education Collaborative, which was co-founded by myself and Dr. Eddie Phillips, who is an associate professor at Harvard Medical School and the founder and the director of the Institute of Lifestyle Medicine. Mr. Dennis Muscato, who has over 40 years of networking and relationship building experience, joined us as well to help co-direct LMEd in its vision and mission through the years. LMEd was born in 2013 when Eddie and I were honored to receive a President's Grant from the Josiah Macy Jr. Foundation to host a think tank in Greenville, South Carolina at our brand new medical school, the University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville, that had just opened its doors in 2012. The grant allowed us to invite key stakeholder representatives from all medical education pertinent institutions and organizations to weigh in on their respective viewpoints on lifestyle medicine and medical school curricula. And their invested interest in this needed shift in curricula was very much needed. So we had NBME, we had representatives from the NIH, the American Medical Association, Harvard, AAMC, a number of medical schools, Loma Linda University and Cooper Medical School of Rowan University, as well as Stanford University and Georgetown. We had the Bipartisan Policy Center, and we had the American College of Sports Medicine as well. We definitely were very excited to, at the time, have representatives from the American College of Sports Medicine. And we had support and representation from the Josiah Macy Jr. Presidential Grant, as well as Dr. George Tebow, who was the president at the time. When we first conceptualized LMEd, the think tank team spent almost half of a day of the first day creating an impactful vision and mission for LMEd. So the vision was that lifestyle medicine would become an integral component of medical school curricula. And the mission was to provide an array of evidence-based curricular resources to be adopted throughout medical education for the prevention and treatment of lifestyle-related diseases. And that medical schools would utilize this array of resources to provide core curricula, lifestyle medicine competencies integrated into existing curricula, additional electives, rotations, and scholarly concentrations. The LMEd core team was for many years very active, and we consisted of Eddie and Dennis and myself, with support from Eddie's fellows, Dr. Ronnie Pollack and Dr. Rachel Pajednik, our project coordinator, Sarah Hawkins, our marketing and communications director, Courtney Easterling from our medical school, and our emeritus associate dean of academic affairs from our medical school, Dr. Lynn Crespo. To encourage adoption of lifestyle medicine curricula, we decided on 5 focus areas. And the first one was to provide high quality curricular material on an easily navigable website, which is why we're here today. The second one was to solicit the support of medical school deans, critical administration, and faculty to advocate for and implement lifestyle medicine curricula in medical school education. The third was to impact federal and state policy through increasing awareness and legislative initiatives that encourage adoption of lifestyle medicine into medical school education. The fourth was to develop and conduct assessment in the following areas: student health, student knowledge, and program effectiveness. And the fifth was to support medical students as effective champions of lifestyle medicine, whose engagement with the curriculum would lead to increased adoption within medical schools and enhanced collaboration nationally. We received wonderful and significant support from the Ardmore Institute of Health, from the American Council on Exercise, and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine to advance these focus areas. Across the 6 years that we were active, we provided a medical director and medical educator toolkit through a Dropbox, as well as worked with AAMC's MedEd portal in order to be able to provide hundreds of evidence-based resources in terms of publications and toolkits and, in previous curricula. We also presented at the AAMC Council on Deeds Ignite style session. We served at a AAMC workshop for lifestyle medicine education and had multiple workshops through ACLM and the USC School of Medicine, Greenville, and reached over 140 medical schools, both nationally and internationally, for networking and support. We also worked with NBME's customized assessment service to inventory lifestyle medicine questions, about 11,000 questions in a bank that was to create a customized assessment test in lifestyle medicine. And we also worked with ACLM to promote medical students as effective champions of lifestyle medicine through multiple grants. We served from a federal and state policy through speaking at the Bipartisan Policy Center and the National Press Club. We co-hosted a congressional briefing with the American College of Preventive Medicine, and we advocated for multiple bills with the American College of Sports Medicine and the American College of Lifestyle Medicine on Capitol Hill. We most definitely, from an extracurricular activity, supported student engagement in lifestyle medicine through creating lifestyle medicine interest groups and helping ACLM through that, through having Walk with the Doc events, through having organic garden events, through cycling events, through human performance testing events. We did multiple things to help with student support. So as the reputation of LMEd grew, Eddie and I were asked to speak nationally and internationally about lifestyle medicine education. The number one question and request that was every talk was, can we have access to the USC School of Medicine Greenville's lifestyle medicine curriculum, which by this time provides over 80 hours of required lifestyle medicine content across all 4 years of the medical school curriculum. So at USC School of Medicine Greenville, we have approximately 50 hours of biomedical science and clinical content in the preclinical years, and about 30 to 40 hours of clinical content in their 3rd and 4th years. During the same time, ACLM grew exponentially in size, scope, and mission. Therefore, LMEd and ACLM joined in collective efforts to support and advocate for lifestyle medicine implementation in medical schools across the rest of the strategies. While LMEd responded to medical schools' number one request and is now laser focused in on expanding lifestyle medicine curricula, offering open access to USC School of Medicine Greenville's award-winning evidence-based lifestyle medicine curriculum. The second objective that we have today is to learn how LMEd is now offering this open access and looking at the collection that is currently available of the evidence-based lifestyle medicine curricular resources that can be used by other medical schools and maybe yours. So I wanted to bring to attention our lifestyle medicine education website, which is www.lifestylemedicineeducation.org. And we're going to go to that site right now. So if we start out at lifestylemedicineeducation.org, this will bring you to the homepage of our website. So you can see that the LMEd website has significantly improved, and we have upgraded our logo to be this beautiful pinwheel of looking at the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. But the reason that we're here today is for me to explain how to access our curriculum. So if you come to this website and come to the homepage, what I'd like for you to do is to go ahead and first register. You'll have to go through a registration process, which will open up the new web page that will ask for your name, your highest degree of education, your position at your current institution, the institution you're at, the department, your country, your city, your state, and then it'll ask you to generate a username and a password, and also to put in your email. It also will ask you to check the I have read and agree to LMEd's terms and conditions, which is what you can find on the site. As you can notice that up above, it says that the price is free. So really what we're asking is just a registration so that we can keep track of everyone who comes into our site as well as request for feedback related to the site. So then you'll go, once you're registered, you'll go ahead and log into the system. Let me go ahead and do that for myself. And once you're logged in, it will bring you back to the home page. Now you'll see that there are slides, case studies, videos, and recorded webinars that are available, and you can click on any one of these. But you can also immediately go to the curricular webpage. When you click on the curricular webpage, you will see a content heading. With the content, it'll also give you a short video on how to get started with LMEd. But the reason we're providing this webinar today is to also show you how to get started with LMEd. So you'll notice here it says new content is delivered monthly, and that LMEd is committed to developing and delivering content every month. So to come back and check every month with us. That allows us to keep the content fresh and new in hopes of you coming back and seeing what's new every month. So for example, you can see that each one of our current curricular contents, there are PowerPoints, there are very, very comprehensive case studies, and there are also webinars that have been provided through local, regional, national, and international conferences. If you'd like, you can search by discipline. And you can see that the disciplines are all available to you that you could break down between anatomy, histology, cell biology, behavioral medicine, biochemistry, exercise physiology, immunology, nutrition, pathology, pharmacology, and physiology. So any one of those would bring up content related to those disciplines. You also can search by organ system, and you can see that all of the organ systems in medical education and clinical health are available to you. You can search by content type, either a case study, slides, or webinars, or you can use the basic search function. So we're going to go ahead and look at the content that was just released the month of March: ethanol metabolism, ALD, and NAFLD. Once you click on the thumbnail for ethanol metabolism, ALD, and NAFLD, you will see a preview pane, which will allow you to take a look at that curricular content. As you can see, it is significantly technical, and it also satisfies content related to USMLE Step 1 exam. So students get pathology, physiology, and biochemistry related to these chronic diseases. If this is something that you would like to download, you click I agree to terms and conditions, and it'll go ahead and allow you to download that content. That will come into a regular PowerPoint slide deck, and you'll be able to save it. If we go back, I'll show you the current availability. We've got ethanol metabolism, ALD, and NAFLD. We have lifestyle medicine and reproductive health, lifestyle medicine and renal health, prevention and treatment of chronic disease, lifestyle medicine and the pancreas, which focuses in significantly on type 2 diabetes, lifestyle medicine, lipoproteins, and cardiovascular health, which sets the stage for teaching a cardiovascular disease. We've got lifestyle medicine, obesity, BMI, and body composition. So how BMI is only a screener and how true body composition is related to health. And we also, one of the first ones that is taught in the school, the foundational components of lifestyle medicine: exercise, nutrition, and sleep. Now, for example, if you want to, for a third year or fourth year, open up a case study, you can click on cardiology cases, and you'll see the same preview window that allows you to take a look at the cardiology case studies. You can see for cardiology, we've got hypertension, myocardial infarction, and heart failure. And these are pretty intensive, looking at patient presentation, review of symptoms, laboratories, physical examination, and then how it will go into how is hypertension classified and what are the current treatment recommendations. And then it'll also go into dietary interventions, exercise, sleep, stress, etc. That'll hit the lifestyle medicine components. Again, if you want to download this case study, you would click on the I agree to terms and conditions, and you would click the download now. And that would be available to you through a PDF that you can save onto your drive. Other areas which on the website that are available to you, there's the home page, there's the curricular page, there's the about page, and it gives you the background of the Lifestyle Medicine Education Collaborative, as we have discussed previously in this webinar, gives you the vision and the missions, and shows from our founders, Dr. Phillips, Dr. Muscato, and myself. What I love about our website is that it demonstrates our strategic partners, and I'm very happy and proud to say that ACLM is our main strategic partner now with our LMEd curriculum. And you're able to go through and see the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, ACLM's vision and mission statement, the education that's provided, and you can click directly to the education tabs for learning more about what ACLM provides, as well as the certification, the lifestyle medicine interest groups, the residency curriculum, ACLM trainees, ACLM membership, and others. So you can see how very much we have partnered together to push forward the strategic goals that both of our organizations have had for advancing lifestyle medicine in undergraduate medical education. Next, we're going to provide a brief explanation of how the LMEd curriculum can be leveraged at other academic institutions, such as yours potentially, and the support systems that we are creating that exist for those who are interested in implementation. I'm very proud to say that I am part of the ACLM Undergraduate Medical Education Task Force, which is now our certification committee. And in late 2021, we published two very strategic papers. The very first one was looking at medical education transformation, lifestyle medicine in undergraduate, graduate medical education, fellowship, and continuing medical education, so that we're able to demonstrate what is going on across the continuum and the strategies and the perceived barriers and challenges that all of us have seen within medical education. So you can see that there have been a number of successes and challenges across a number of medical schools in the US. And if you take a look at the stakeholders, such as those in curriculum, those at the institutional level, those at the administration level, those at the faculty level, and those at the student level, we were able to identify and inventory catalyzers for success that helped adopt and implement and push forward lifestyle medicine in the undergraduate medical curriculum, as well as graduate, fellowship, et cetera. The perceived challenges also that we found primarily in the undergraduate medical curriculum. And the number one is always lack of time for curricular development and implementation, as well as competition for instructional time, and lack of awareness of the impact of lifestyle medicine, and lack of available faculty expertise in lifestyle medicine. The number one from a student perspective was competition with students' perception of testable content within the USMLE and complex USA examinations. And I can say from our medical school, at least, that our implementation of the 50 hours of lifestyle medicine content in our preclinical years has not deterred, deviated, or decreased our pass scores for our SEP exam. So we're able to demonstrate that. The second publication that we had was very impactful for us, and it also provides a guideline of how other medical schools can become certified in lifestyle medicine education. And this is through the Lifestyle Medicine Curriculum Implementation Standards. The educational pathway is very similar to the board certification of lifestyle medicine through the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine, in which we are looking at the educational components as well as the practical components related to lifestyle medicine education. So you can see within medical school, the expectation is to have approximately 60 hours of application activities, and that can be done across all 4 years, but particularly in the clerkship years, with 40 didactic units that's primarily done in the preclinical years, but of course can be done in the clinical years as well. And that equates to approximately 100 hours of lifestyle medicine content across the 4 years of the medical school. When we take a look at it from a residency perspective, the practicum component is to be able to have 400 hours of lifestyle medicine related patient encounters, 20 hours of intensive therapeutic lifestyle change and through that program, and then 20 hours of group facilitation. So both of these educational pathways will set up either undergraduate medical education or the graduate residency programs for lifestyle medicine certification. The curriculum implementation standard educational hours are very similar to, again, what is on the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine, so that it can be very equivalent to what the students and the fellows learn, as well as the residents learn, in being able to pass the board examination. So you can see that there are introduction to lifestyle medicine, fundamentals of behavior change, key clinical processes of lifestyle medicine, the role of physician health, nutrition science, physical activity, emotional and mental well-being, sleep health science, managing tobacco cessation and other toxic exposures, and the role of connectedness and positive psychology. So this very much incorporates all 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine, with a total hours of 40 in the didactics, 60 in the application, with that 100 hours, as well as the ABLM exam weighting of 100%. By utilizing this format, it allows for medical schools to become certified at a bronze tier, at a silver tier, at a gold tier, and at a platinum tier, based on the curriculum hours that are provided in the medical school, the UME competencies that are covered, and who and when these competencies are covered. You can see that any medical school could start with a bronze tier by establishing a lifestyle medicine interest group with their students and providing at least 25 hours of lifestyle medicine content across their undergraduate medical education. So there are ways in which that you can certify. And one of the things that we mentioned with ACLM was that we very much want this for medical schools to be the carrot and not the stick. So that if a school is at a bronze tier and they're interested in advancing to a silver tier, that we at ACLM will provide the networking, the services, and Paulina will go into how that can happen with our academic communities in a moment.
Thank you so much, Dr. Trilk. As you can see, ACLM offers a variety of resources to further your education across the spectrum of medical education. And then for medical schools specifically, the establishment of a lifestyle medicine interest group, implementation of the complementary culinary medicine curriculum, utilization of the lifestyle medicine question bank, viewing of on-demand webinars, as well as opportunities for grant support and research abstract presentations at our annual conference are available for those who are interested in accessing additional resources that are complementary to the LMEd curriculum. The ACLM's UME question bank, for example, can be used to create categorical assessment tests to specifically assess students' knowledge of lifestyle medicine. This resource is available via complimentary download through ACLM and was developed in cooperation with the National Board of Medical Examiners and the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine. And you can learn more at lifestylemedicine.org/question-bank. And through ACLM Connect, you can participate in the undergraduate medical education academic community. This community serves as a forum for faculty to connect, to share lifestyle medicine education best practices, access resources appropriate for their setting and audience, and we'll be happy to connect with you after this webinar to engage in this forum. We hope this webinar has inspired you to take action and serve as a catalyst of change within your medical school. And if you haven't already, please do visit lifestylemedicineeducation.org to register and download LMEd's curriculum. Once you have access to the curriculum, you can join ACLM Connect to ask questions and get support from other experienced medical school educators. For one-on-one implementation support, paid consultations with Dr. Trilk are available. And as Dr. Trilk mentioned, the establishment of a lifestyle medicine interest group can engage interested students and is one of the eligibility requirements for having your curriculum certified by ACLM. We encourage you to apply to establish an LMEd at your institution today. We have an orientation process and cohorts that go through 3 times a year to date. ACLM can also help you learn more about how to pursue a career in lifestyle medicine through our membership benefits. And with that, it looks like we've received quite a few questions in the Q&A, and we will now open the floor for further discussion.
Sounds great, Paulina.
Hello, everyone. Looking forward to digging into some of the questions that were asked during the webinar. Again, thank you so much for being with us today as we really just launch and explain LMEd to you all. So one of the first questions that we received was, is this info on this PowerPoint accessible on your lifestyle medicine education website? And I will turn that over to Dr. Trilk.
Sure. So thank you for that question, Jen Pearson. Thank you so much. And absolutely, yes. So we are recording this webinar, and we will be transitioning this recording with the PowerPoint slides right onto our LMEd or lifestylemedicineeducation.org website. So this will be available as a webinar on the site in the curricular web page.
Awesome. Thank you. Very exciting. So we received a few other questions. Another one, how can the LMEd curriculum be leveraged to prepare medical schools to have their curriculum certified by ACLM?
Great. And the LMEd curriculum can be leveraged to be able to use it in any aspect, whether it is through electives, whether it's something that you want to use in a lunch and learn, whether it's something that your lifestyle medicine interest group wants to do. But I would highly recommend meeting with your faculty, primarily your physiologists and your individuals who teach chronic disease management, and see if this would be something that they would help, that they would be interested in integrating within their own content, which is definitely something that you can do, that you can use. So you're welcome to download the entire PowerPoint, utilize the entire PowerPoint, or if there are slides within the PowerPoint that integrate in very, very well with pathophysiology that's already being taught in the first or second year, or even the third and fourth year, you're welcome to do that as well. So whichever way that the LMEd content can help bolster, you remember those hours for the different tiers that we discussed and the competencies that are needed. So I hope that answers that question.
Beautiful. That sounds great. Thank you. All right, we've got quite a few coming in. So let's see. The next one that was asked is, if your institution does not have a culinary kitchen, what would be an acceptable workaround, or just other options, or any creative thinkings that you may have?
That is such a great question, because guess what? The University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville also does not have a culinary kitchen. So we, 6-7 years ago, we partnered with Greenville Tech, which is the Culinary Institute of the Carolinas here in Greenville, South Carolina. And they have senior level chefs, trained chefs from the Culinary Institute of America that work at the Culinary Institute of the Carolinas. So 6+ years ago, my founding dean, Jerry Yuki, met with the department chair at Greenville Tech, and they saw that this was an incredible partnership and alignment with the medical school and with the technology school in order to bring culinary medicine to the medical students, and then also have the medical students teach patients, so teach the community how to cook. So that is such a great question. I would highly recommend looking to see if there are teaching kitchens within your community, if there are maybe YMCAs that have teaching kitchens in your community. Senior Action is another place which is a community-based program for seniors, and they have a teaching kitchen. So, there are a number of areas, believe it or not, that your community probably has teaching kitchens, and I would take a look at a partnership with them. Partnerships are incredibly vital. Look at the partnership between LMEd and ACLM that we've developed. Partnerships are incredibly vital to push forward lifestyle medicine content for your medical students. And culinary medicine is definitely one of them that you can do.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. And it's interesting and great that, you can relate and share the successes that you all have had at Greenville. So beautiful. Have another question. Is this curriculum only for medical schools, or can it be integrated into other health professional training programs?
Such a great question. When we decided to release this curriculum, if you take a look at our vision and our mission statement, broadens beyond medical students. We understand that physiology, pathophysiology, and lifestyle medicine related to chronic disease prevention and treatment can be taught across all clinical fields. It can be taught with nurses. It can be taught with physicians associates. It can be taught, of course, in medical school. It can be taught with health coaches. So there are, and I would say this is very much an interprofessional education platform that could be utilized across all different clinical disciplines.
All right. Let's see. Does a faculty member need to be certified in lifestyle medicine in order to teach this content? What would you say? So
personally, I would say I was not certified in lifestyle medicine when we opened our doors in 2012. And I started as a PhD in exercise physiology and also taken quite a few courses in nutrition related to exercise physiology throughout my PhD. I started with my discipline with exercise and exercises medicine, exercise physiology, and then started bringing in the other components of lifestyle medicine. The second one, of course, was nutrition. And as I was bringing that in, the board certification through ACLM was being built. And after it was built, I went ahead and studied and sat for the exam and became certified in lifestyle medicine through the board certification. And I would highly recommend this to be done, and I will tell you why. When we went through our LCME continuing accreditation over the last year, because we have a culinary medicine elective, LCME requested documentation that demonstrated how we had expertise to teach culinary medicine. I was able to provide my certification, my board certification in lifestyle medicine, and that satisfied LCME. So I highly recommend if you're looking to teach lifestyle medicine, to become board certified in lifestyle medicine and get that behind your name. It's very important.
Great, thank you, and thanks for sharing your personal experience with that as well. All right, we have another great question. Are there any recommendations or criteria for the method of delivery for the didactics, the lifestyle medicine didactics? Do you recommend hours have to be exclusively lifestyle medicine based, or can principles of lifestyle medicine be integrated into current existing coursework?
That is such a great question. When we started here at the school, and this is one of the ways, if you take a look at the publications that we released, one of the perceived challenges is the time for content development and most especially implementation in the school. I had that exact barrier myself, even at this school. So I started by partnering with existing physiologists or neuroscientists, Dr. Thomas Nathaniel. I partnered with Dr. Anna Blenda, who's our biochemist. I partnered with one of our skeletal muscle physiologists, and started bringing in components and pieces of lifestyle medicine into the existing curriculum. And as the desire to bring more in developed, I was able to get my own hours of lifestyle medicine content that focuses in on lifestyle medicine. But my point of this is saying, for example, if you are starting with biochemistry, our current biochemist did not understand that there was exercise induced, contraction mediated induced blood glucose that comes into the skeletal muscle. She only taught postprandial upregulation of GLUT4 in order to get the sugar into the skeletal muscle and into the adipose. So when I was able to demonstrate to her, hey, one of the ways that you can overcome insulin resistance is through exercise, and here are the biochemical pathways and the biomedical sciences behind it, she thought that was very exciting. So I was able to come in and give an extra 20 minutes in her content. Same thing with the neuroscientist that I worked with, Dr. Thomas Nathaniel. He was very much a promoter of exercise, and we started with neuronal repair, so repair of neurons of the brain. And I was able to bring in content that's evidence-based that demonstrates that exercise increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which improves neuronal repair and neurogenesis. So from there, and then in the second year, I have my entire hour and a half related to lifestyle medicine and brain health because he's the module director. So I hope that's a comprehensive answer to, you can do it both ways. You can start working with your faculty to integrate in lifestyle medicine components into existing curricula, or you can start working with your curriculum committee and demonstrating, here's an entire need for lifestyle medicine and type 2 diabetes and prevention and treatment related to type 2 diabetes using nutrition, exercise, sleep, and all the other components related to prevention and treatment.
Oh, thank you. You kind of, this question is semi-related, as you just addressed, different barriers that were mentioned in the publication, the AJLM publication. So this question is really relevant. How did you address the barriers of competition for instructional time and perceived importance?
That is the number one question that is always brought to our attention, is how do we address the perceived barriers of competition for time? And the answer truly is in building collaborations across your faculty, demonstrating to your faculty that there is significant, robust evidence that demonstrates that there are lifestyle medicine or lifestyle components related to the root cause of chronic disease, as well as the prevention and the treatment of chronic disease. Here's a story that I had is one of our doctors teaches emergency medicine. And in the very beginning of the years, one of the things that I teach is the FIT equation. So looking at the FIT principle of exercise physiology: frequency, intensity, time, and type of exercise, as well as the United States Physical Activity Guidelines. And I remember him saying to me in a meeting, I don't understand why these students need to know the US Physical Activity Guidelines or this FIT principle. I have no idea why they need to understand that, because he was an emergency medicine doc. I was able to work with him and show who are the top patients who have reoccurring emergency medicine visits or are reoccurring in the emergency department. Those are individuals with type 2 diabetes. Those are individuals with hypertension and cardiovascular disease and myocardial infarctions. And I would say it was not even a year that he became one of my biggest advocates in lifestyle medicine, because he understood from an emergency medicine standpoint how we could prevent the chronic diseases that are seen in the emergency department. So the number one thing to do is to start building collaborations by demonstrating the evidence around lifestyle medicine and asking for time within particular sessions and within particular modules. As it builds, as it builds, you see more and more time that's devoted for lifestyle medicine, number one. Number two, I will say, and this is something you could bring to your administration, that both the Senior Associate Dean of Student Affairs, as well as other high key individuals that are on the admissions committee, will say, we have approximately 4,000 applicants to our medical school for 100 slots, 4,000. So 10% of those are interviewed. So we have approximately 400 interviews for 100 slots. Every single year, The senior associate dean and other key stakeholders who are on the admissions committee will say the number one reason that students are choosing our school is for the lifestyle medicine curriculum. And that is external validation for me as a lifestyle medicine educator, that if the students are choosing this school, there are 2 other schools in the state of South Carolina, but we also have individuals coming in from other states. But if that's the number one reason where students are choosing the school, that's something you could bring to your administration.
That's wonderful. Super powerful and incredible. So thank you for your leadership. Wow. We have another question about looking at assessments and surveys. So start off with a great presentation. Thank you. I'm wondering whether there's a set of questions or standardized survey to assess baseline student perceptions of knowledge, possibly skills as well, before and or after the LMEd implementation.
Yeah, that is such a great question. So because lifestyle medicine is so integrated into our school, of course, we develop assessment around our curriculum, and the students are assessed both from a written standpoint, a formative and summative exam, as well as OSCEs. So students are assessed at our school, and we keep those questions within our own USC School of Medicine Greenville question bank. Now, ACLM is working on a question bank, and I would ask, it's going to be very powerful. Most of the content experts in each one of the areas of lifestyle medicine are developing those questions. And I would hand that over to Shannon or to Paulina to give more information about the question bank. The other thing that I did with working with NBME is we did create a customized assessment test. I would say it's version 1. A couple of years ago, I went through 11,000 questions that was in the customized assessment bank with NBME, and identified possibly 150 questions out of 11,000 questions that were available. And I would say robust lifestyle medicine content, which came to a 75 question assessment test that was given to the students as a pilot exam, I would say a pilot study. And we were able to see improvement of lifestyle medicine knowledge and assessment through the assessment of that. But Paulina, would you be able to provide more information on ACLM's question bank?
Yes, definitely. Thank you. So the ACLM UME question bank has been developed as a resource. It's got 250 questions, and they all align with the competencies of the ABLM exam. And so they're also proportioned that way, so that those are some really great questions. The intent and the purpose of those questions are to be utilized on categorical assessment tests. And then thank you so much, Shannon, for putting the link directly in the chat so you can click on that and learn more. All right, we had another wonderful question that came in about students. What role do students play in advocating for and supporting the implementation of lifestyle medicine curriculum? I know a lot of the faculty today work directly with some students who may or be some advocates. And so what can they do?
Yeah, excuse me. So as I mentioned before, students are hugely powerful for advocating for lifestyle medicine at the medical school. The very first thing I would recommend, if you have not started one already at your medical school, and the lowest hanging fruit, excuse the pun, but the biggest thing, the best thing, the lowest hanging fruit that you can do is get your students together to start a lifestyle medicine interest group, because there you can poll and understand more your current existing students' body's interest, and see who signs up for the interest group, to see who leads the interest group. Our students, again, we're in a very unique, and I'm very blessed to be in such a unique position for lifestyle medicine at our school, because as I mentioned, we've got over 80 hours of required content. So students coming in understand that this is one of our foundations of our school. But if you're starting out the best thing to do is to work with ACLM and start a lifestyle medicine interest group, engage the interests of the students, because students then can advocate for, again, lunch and learns, for electives, for extracurricular activities that that can be done, bringing in guest speakers, and then also asking your student affairs office, if you start an interest group, to set aside budgeting and funding for the interest group in order to bring in those speakers, in order to do extracurricular activities. And then I'm actually going to ask Paulina and or Shannon, and thanks Shannon for being on, is there are also a couple of grants that lifestyle medicine interest groups can apply for through ACLM to bolster their interest group activities.
Definitely, there are. Shannon, would you like to come on and share a little bit more about those grant opportunities?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jennifer and Paulina. I serve as ACLM's Director of Education and work very closely with all of our ACLM trainees. And we have a few different grant opportunities for students to support their involvement in lifestyle medicine. The first is the Donald A. Pegg Student Leadership Award. So the PEG Award is offered to student leaders who have established a lifestyle medicine interest group. It supports a funding for their interest group, as well as their attendance, the student leaders' attendance to ACLM's annual conference. So applications are now open for that award if you're interested in establishing a group and applying for that before May 31st, 2022. We also offer the Taste of Lifestyle Medicine micro grant. So this micro grant is actually available to any faculty or health professional student across the country. This grant supports the purchase of plant-based food for educational events. So if you're wanting to host a study session or a documentary viewing or a lunchtime lecture, this is a great grant opportunity to take advantage of. And usually you can apply for $250 up to 4 times per year. But if you establish a lifestyle medicine interest group, your institution gains access to $500 of funding per event up to 4 times per year. We have a variety of other scholarship opportunities through ACLM, and you can visit our website to learn more.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Beautiful summary. Appreciate it, Shannon. All right. We have one other question that we've received that we're excited to address. It's another culinary medicine question. So, do all students at your university do culinary medicine at the Culinary Institute? How many hours of culinary medicine is part of your curriculum, and what years of medical school is it taught to?
Okay, such a great question. So when we piloted culinary medicine at our school, we piloted as part of a component of our lifestyle medicine distinction track. The founding dean, Dr. Yuki, started lifestyle medicine distinction track for the top 5% of students in the school. So it was overly highly competitive. And we piloted 2 years of lifestyle medicine and culinary medicine for lifestyle medicine distinction track only. After those 2 years, we saw how important it was. So we opened it up from the distinction track to an elective. And now we've got up to 20 students per year that can, and that's because of what the teaching kitchen can hold. We have 20 students per year that can sign up for culinary medicine. We've got first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. So students can take culinary medicine in any one of the years. I would say the most fun is, they're all fun. The students really, really enjoy it. COVID, of course, kept us virtual, so that was interesting. We were able to do culinary medicine virtually with 16 students in their own homes doing teaching or doing kitchen work while we had eyes on the students. The chef did, 3 chefs, I should say, 3 chefs and myself were able to do that during COVID. So this was the first year that we were able to open up in person again, and we've gotten a great response. The most fun are the fourth year students because they are they've passed their step one, they've gotten their step, their clinicals, they're in their fourth year, they're ready to graduate. We do it in March. And I have to say, it is just truly, truly the most fun. We had 20 students in this past March. And then we have the students, because they're fourth years, identify and bring in patients for their for two of the classes, and it really is able to demonstrate to them how they can use cooking and from a culinary standpoint with patient care. So it's been so much fun. So I would say, in terms of the number of hours, we utilize the Health Meets Food, which was the original 2-lane culinary medicine course. We use the Health Meets Food course. And they have different modules throughout that course that is very helpful to us. And we've got, 10 modules, which is 4 hours per module. So we've got 40 hours in the first year. We've got 48 hours in the second year. The third year is clinical clerkships. We have a little bit less, can't quite remember. And then the fourth years, we've got another 40 hours. So of in-class time. So because it's an elective, we have to satisfy 120 hours for a 4-credit elective. So we have them doing reflections at home, and we've got them doing quizzes, and we have them doing pre-readings. So there's quite a few hours in culinary medicine at our school.
Very good. Yes, and I've loved seeing all the pictures and the different success stories that you've shared over the years, Dr. Trilk, as well. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think with that will end our time today. So I just do want to thank everyone again so much for joining us today on this inaugural LMEd launch webinar. It's so incredible to see the amazing work that the University of South Carolina, Greenville has done with their lifestyle medicine curriculum led by Dr. Trilk. And so we're just so grateful for all the hard work and the enormous contribution that you've made to the field of lifestyle medicine, and particularly within academia. So I want to thank you and give special thanks to all of the LMEd team, as well as the ACLM team that's been involved in this as well. And Dr. Trilk, any other thing that you want to say?
Most definitely. How exciting is this? We've really come a long way. I want to give a huge shout out to Virginia Abbott, who is our guru. That lifestyle medicine education website is absolutely gorgeous, and could not do it without her. That is all her. It's beautiful. Thanks to Virginia Abbott. Kendall Givens Little, he is our director for marketing and communications here at the USC School of Medicine, Greenville. I want to thank him very, very much for everything that he's done to help us launch this. Frankie Bennett is my human performance lab coordinator and our lifestyle medicine education coordinator. So without him, I couldn't do anything. And then definitely my administration. So Dr. Cannell, Dr. Jenkins, and my other administration that has helped us really hold on very tightly and robustly to our lifestyle medicine content here, and continue to help us be one of the #1 lifestyle medicine medical schools in the country. And then may I say, and then again, of course, thank you very much to Paulina, to Shannon, and all the ACLM crew for being such a great strategic partner.
We've loved being able to partner with you all as well. So thank you so much again. And don't forget to, you'll be able to access this recording on the lifestylemedicineeducation.org webpage on LMEd's website here shortly. So LMEd will follow up via email with more information to all of you as attendees. And thank you so much for being with us and for serving as leaders in the field where you are. So take care and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.